Hey everyone, it's Nicole and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a banana pudding pie and I'm super excited about this recipe. It's really easy and you can use this during your holiday entertaining, included in your menus or whatnot. We're also going to be using my Oster Kitchen Center here. I picked this up from my local thrift store for 15 bucks and it came with every attachment possible, y'all. It had the food processor, the hand mixer, the blender, the meat grinder, dough hooks, beaters, the whole nine yards, y'all. And I plan on doing a little series based on this little kitchen gadget. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see what we're going to be doing with it in the upcoming weeks. Okay, so what we're starting off with now is two 8-ounce packages of softened cream cheese or room temperature cream cheese. I will post the complete recipe down below so that you can make note of it and have it for your use. So what I'm doing is beating this up and making sure it's good and fluffy so that we can add our other ingredients. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add a half a cup of granulated sugar. You can adjust this accordingly or use artificial sweetener if you want to, but we're going all out, honey. It's the holiday season, so might as well use the sugar. And that spatula right there, y'all, I picked that up from Williams-Sonoma years ago before they closed. It's specifically designed to use in mixers or, in your mixing bowls when you're cooking. It's offset and it's got a long, slender handle. So I will link it down below if I could find it or one similar so that you can pick one up. Now we're going to add, I think it's an 8-ounce package of banana cream pudding mix. You can vary this if you want to. It's totally up to you. If you want to use a different type of pudding or flavor of pudding, by all means do that. But we're doing the banana cream today. Like I said, it's one of those recipes that you can take and run with it. Get creative. That's the fun part of cooking. And now we're going to add a couple of eggs and make sure that everything gets really incorporated nicely. This is almost like a cheesecake, and I mean it probably could be. Basically it is, but we're just kind of doing it in pie form. But again, make sure you scrape the bowl down. If you've got a KitchenAid and it's got that beater with the scraper on it, you may not need to do this, but I still do it with my KitchenAid. But yeah, make sure you just scrape down the sides of the bowl, get everything all well incorporated. And this little thing has a lot of power. It rivals the KitchenAid now, and this is old school. This is Oster. I love their products. I have a couple of blenders by them, but this came with the blender, as a matter of fact, the blender attachment. But, those old school brands, honey, don't give up on them. And this was $15 well spent, y'all. They had 2 sets, believe it or not. But anywho, right here I'm showing you a set of measuring spoons that I picked up from Cracker Barrel a while ago. It's a pinch, a dash, and a smidge. And sometimes you need a little less than your average mixing spoon measurement. So today we're going to do a dash, and we're going to add some cheesecake flavoring to this. You could use vanilla or banana flavoring or lemon, whatever you decide to, whatever flavor you want to do, by all means, complement it with that, extract or whatever. So I just added a little bit because I didn't want it to take away from the banana flavor. So, Yeah. And if I had some banana flavoring, I would have used that. And with this, you can actually mash up some bananas and put that in as well. But I didn't want to. What I'm going to do is crush up some vanilla wafers. And these are locally made vanilla wafers by Bud's Best. They're made right here in Alabama. They're the mini ones. I try to use a lot of products that are made here in Alabama. And that's a good thing to do, y'all. Shop locally, support, your communities and the small businesses that are around your area. And we're also going to be using another product made here in Alabama as well. But yeah, and of course, don't pay attention to the fact that I snuck one of those. So we're doing is crushing them up. I put them in a Ziploc bag. I wish I had used a bigger bag, but it is what it is. So I'm just crushing them up enough to where they're small enough to be incorporated into the mix. I didn't want them finely crushed because you want to see the texture in your finished pie. So you'll see here in a second what I mean. They're, crumbled just enough to where you can see them and actually taste them when we slice our pie. So what I'm going to do now is clean off my beaters and fold them in, get them nicely incorporated, and then I'm going to sample it too, y'all. I had to taste it. But yeah, I'm cleaning off the beaters. And it was so good, y'all. Oh, delicious. And again, I'm folding in those vanilla wafer crumbs or crushed up vanilla wafers. And save some for garnishing for when you serve your pie. You're not going to use them all anyway, but yeah, just have some available so you could garnish your pie and make it look pretty. Now, here's another product made in Alabama. It wouldn't be 334 Bama Girl if I didn't use a Bama pie crust. But this is a graham cracker pie crust that's already ready made. It's a 9-inch pie crust. You can make one, from scratch, or you can purchase one like I did. Just making it easier on myself. And if I can, guys, I'll post a link to the products that are made here in Alabama. I think you're gonna want to try some of them. I plan on, like I said, doing a series, using this Oster Kitchen Center, and I think I'm gonna list and use some products that are made in Alabama. And you guys try some of them out. We have some really, really good products that are made here that are super delicious and unique to the state. So I think I'm going to do that. Just put a list of products that are made here that you may want to try in your recipes. And there's our pie ready to go in the oven. It's like kind of thick, so as you saw, you're going to have to kind of spread it out in the pie crust. We're going to pop it in the oven at 300 degrees, and we're going to set our timer for 55 minutes. Now, you may want to adjust the temp, or should I say the time, according to your oven. You know your oven better than I do. But yeah. Okay, so after the 55 minutes, we're ready to take it out. And it's going to be super fluffy and high. It's going to look almost like a souffle when it comes out. But as it cools, it will settle. And then what we're going to do is bring it to room temperature and pop it into the fridge and chill for at least 4 hours or overnight. So this is something you can do the day before you're ready to serve it, and garnish it, the next day, and have it all ready to go. And here's our pie. Lights on and lights off. Wanted you to see how it looked. And now, after it's all chilled, we're going to garnish it with some Cool Whip. Now, you can make some fresh whipped cream if you want to, or you can use the Cool Whip. I had this on hand, so we're going to use it. But if you're doing this for the holidays, go ahead and whip up some fresh whipping cream. That'll be even better. It didn't take much at all. And I'm going to garnish the top of this with a couple of the vanilla wafers. You can make it look really pretty and kind of frost the whole top, but I was ready to dive in, so it's just me today eating this, so it really didn't matter. But it is so delicious, y'all. It really is. And again, you can vary the flavor, when it comes to this pie, whatever flavor you want to use. And here we are slicing into it. It's always hard to get that first slice out, but we managed to get it done. So I have this little pie server here, and look how cleanly it comes out. Oh, it is so good. And like I said, it's almost like a cheesecake. And you could actually say it is to a certain degree. But it is so good. I'm going to add some more whipped cream and some more vanilla wafers to the top once I clean up my little mess here. And clean up as you go, y'all, so you don't have to do it when everything's done and everybody's eating. That's one thing I learned from my grandma. Clean up as you go. And there we are, y'all. Look at that. You can see the bits of vanilla wafer on the inside. Ugh. Look at that. It is so good, y'all. So if you try this recipe, let me know down in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button so you can see what's coming, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.